Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guidance Nights. I am so honored to be able to speak with you. I will be multitasking. Leo, this is a bonus. And you know what? I don't want to say bonus anymore because it's not a reward. This was a message that I was divinely guided to stand still. I truly, if I was operating in self, I would have released this. When is this dated? July 1st, okay? I'm not going to say today's date. It's because this is not going to be time-stamped. But the day that it was supposed to be released to you was July the 1st, okay? And it deals with the unexpected, Leo, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read verbatim, word from word, exactly what the message that was channeled that I thought I was going to release on that day, but I was guided not to, okay? I'm anxious, but in the sense of nervous. I feel like it deals with responsibility. As much as I wanted to go and modify this channeled message in pertaining to see what else, any additional messages that I would receive, unfortunately, it was just it was clear. Okay, so there has to do with some kind of responsibility, Leo, where you're supposed to create more space. Or you're supposed to utilize the space that you are currently in. You could be in someone else's space and you're trying to navigate your own self back to your own space within your own boundaries. So it's kind of like you're not grounded. Okay, you're not even grounded in someone else's space, where it's a sense of having to find self all over again. But then once you realize that you found yourself all over again, the spaces that you are already occupied in, they then have to find you. There's a sense of manipulation. Let's go ahead and get started, Leo. Well, before I do, listener, if you're new to Spiritual Guide and Light, do become a monthly supporter. It does help me out. Yes, I do work a 9 to 5, and right now I am multitasking. And I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed for the opportunity to be able to do so. So if you hear me kind of just doing whatever, that's why. But for the most part, I don't want to have to, which I probably am going to have to. I'm going to have to stop, pause. So if you are wondering why things feel cut and choppy, it's because I have to pretty much stop my recordings. So yeah, for those of you, it's going to be a little annoying, okay? For those of you where your Coachella hairs are very, very, very sensitive. I have those moments a lot. And it's something that you have to know what works for you, but then when there's a time where a message that you're supposed to receive or a lesson that needs to be learned, or just an observation and being able to observe, right? Sometimes there are uncomfortable situations when it deals with one of our senses, which is called hearing. And with that hearing, there's different stages and levels within hearing. You can touch, feel, smell, taste with hearing as well. So, with that being stated, let's go ahead and get right to this. Let me get to my notes. And yeah, I don't You got it. I just have to stop because I want to enjoy this spread with you. I'm back. I get distracted sometimes. When I get channels, I get lost in channeling. But anywho, yeah, I want to take my time with your reading, Leo. I really feel like at this time, a majority of the Leos within the collective, there's this needing to be extra gentle with the lack of care, though. It's just being gentle. It's just you want to be treated gentle, whether that's with conversation, environment, your relationships. It's this sense of just gentle. And I'm gentle. And it doesn't consist of care. Like, not careless, not like you want to get nurtured here. It's just the acknowledgement that if I approach a conversation with you, that I am aware of. It's like, Leo, you don't want to be aggressive. It's like you're not wanting to entertain aggressiveness. And if you're a masculine male, it's not that you are stepping down from masculinity. It's more so you just want gentle. And like I said, it's not nurturing and it's not a care. It's just gentle. That's the only thing it's pretty much. And if you are a woman, female, right, with masculine, it's more so a gentle of being hypnotized in a way of an experience that you tap into, where you're now in control of your sensors that stimulate your sexuality, as well as your sexuality in practice, in connection with another human being. Okay? And it's pretty much more in a trance of communication verbally. All right. I don't know if this is, through email, direct messages, or how I am relaying this verbal message with you. But then there's this central, because I was hearing smooth operator, kind of in a sense of slowing down the tempo and actually acknowledging what's actually happening when you have sexual encounters. And then the end result focus of just being able to release so that you can recharge. Okay? I miss this space. I really do. I have not really been channeling like I should have been. And that's all due to selfishness. Okay, I am admitting that I have committed a crime of selfishness. Okay, but it's a benefit of selfishness. It's not a confession of being broken down again. It's more so of me saying, hey, I'm sharing to you my experiences, right? Because there's different listeners here. There's some of you who are aspiring readers, right? And you fill in the blank of what area that consists of, because you could be a multitasker reader, okay? And then those of you who just naturally, you just you use the tarot as tools to utilize through your daily lives and pertaining to clarity, confirmation, and understanding the energies that are around you that are constantly changing. And one of the things, Leo, is what I've been battling as days have been passing me by and not really navigating in the past of what the day or the night or the afternoon consisted of. It's more so I've been questioning, because after I channel and I do everyone's readings, okay, for those of you who are cross listening, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, which is you, and then we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Who else do we have? We have Sagittarius. Who's with Sagittarius? Sagittarius is a fire sign. Sagittarius is with you, Leo, and Aries. Okay, and then we also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, along with our air signs. Okay. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And my whole point of stating me of all the 12 houses within each zodiac sign, Leo, me not really going beyond my potentials, me practicing my selfishness, and I had to go through that in order to be able to realize on how it is now that I need to serve, right? I need to deliver more clarity. I need to deliver things that make sense. Because as my vocabulary is increasing, right? All right, I'm back again. And you guys know when I channel my messages, it's gone. So as much as I wanted to go back and listen to, I need to go back and listen to. I'm gonna go back. Just bear with me. My vocabulary is also expanding, and within this expansion, each word has its own capacity. And so I have to continue to be able to expand more open spaces. All right. And this is a learning curve for me. It really is. And when I feel overwhelmed or drained, or just this sense of heaviness that's not attached to anything. It's just a heaviness. Pretty much I would, if I was to put a picture to it, it would be a dark cloud, right? With, it will be daylight, right? Still sun, but there's this specific dark cloud with a mixture of each, from darkest to light, and the darkest is more so in the middle of the cloud. And as you visualize this cloud from the center to the membrane, the outer layer, okay, the protector, I don't want to think too deep into this. I think I'm getting too deep in this. But I want the podcast to be a safe space for you, listener. Okay, and cross listener. All right, Leo. All right, your opposite sign is Aquarius. And with Aquarius, we all know that air energy that is a fixed sign of Aquarius has the gifts of and the gifts within Aquarius, it hypothetically is not. I get offended when Aquarius is being projected as a heavy thinker or an over analyzer. It's adding on identifications on Aquarius that does not truly exist. The fact that Aquarius is able to, without question, Aquarius is able to, bear with me, when I get excited, that's why I say it's rare for me to really tap into that place of that enjoying the gift of what you provide yourself that stimulates you of I love what I do. And it's not like that every day. That's the human experience. Okay? But back to these identifiers that are placed onto Aquarius, and it's just wrong. I truly believe there's a majority within the collective Leo that most Aquarius is Leo, which is your opposite sign. Okay, your fire, and Aquarius is air, as well as Gemini and Libra. All right, and that's why with the Libra in there, right? That's why it's more so you're not caring about the nurturing part. There's something about gentleness or being gentle or just gentle. I don't know if it could just be with your body, your mind, body, and soul. But as well as you, Leo, it's like, okay, let's get off the air signs. I get it. Air signs is my opposite. Got it. Okay. Leo, with your fiery energy, it's more so, that's what it is. Be gentle with your fire. Because I'll just say this. No one is exempt here. Earth, air, fire, and water. There is a destructible side. There is a destructible side, and then there is a benefit. And there is a sense of you needing to be gentle with your fire. Now, this is not the reading where I'm definitely going to go back to this. I'm going to write some notes. Leo's fire. Okay? Leo with apostrophe with an S. You're not the only one, Leo. I know this is your individual reading, but there's a sense of when they're in your energy, there's a need to be gentle, because you could literally break something apart in the sense of burning it down. And it's given me unapologetically, and that's Aries, Leo, which is a fire energy, right? Two components together. I don't know, is Aries being indestructible unapologetically? Because if so, then it's going to get out of hand. Something's going to feel out of your control. And there is a sense of gentle. Okay, I want to get out of this channeling, but I'm definitely going to speak on, all right, what I'm loving about what I'm receiving is now I need to talk to you in this form and fashion, and then coming back with a separate reading with the tarot. Because tarot is not for everyone. Okay. For some of you, you've been waiting for the moment to where do you find your place within this mediumship or this spiritual awakening or this spiritual practice, right? Of energies, because there's different spiritual practices. And I want to be gentle as well with myself. I want to come to a place where I'm still in this energy field of being in love with what I do and being humble in the sense of serving you a healthy meal, a clean meal, despite of me as an individual within the people, as of a collective. My mind, body, and soul, I have to sever the two majority of the time. I have to really awaken myself from each experience that was either experienced or just the fact of awareness, and clarifying that awareness with a resource. So, Leo, I'm going to stop it right there. Let's go ahead and get to your reading because I was channeling for you. All right, so let's multitask. Let's go to these notes. Let's start back to the beginning, Leo, okay? The regarding unexpected. I was going to say the unexpected. I think I'm going to put that. And with that, I'm over here still making these notes for Leo's fire, about association. There's this thing of something being something that is destructible, but wasn't proven that it was. But then there's a sense of being mindful of how strong you are, or how potent you are, or how influenced you are. All right, gentle, destructible. And there was something else. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and really dissect this session with you, Leo. So the unexpected, all right? Accept the unexpected and the unexpected. Accept the expected, correction, and the unexpected. Allow its expectations to overrule. I'll say this again, Leo. Accept the expected and the unexpected, and allow its expectations to overrule. All right? Next channel. Someone is trying to get in, Leo, to contact. Someone is trying to get in contact with you. Someone wants to know what they are supposed to do because they are used to winning with you. I'm also getting they are used to you, like, doing all the work for them, or like laying out the blueprints. You know, this person never had to, pretty much, they're capable and they have. It's just when it comes to you, it's just identifying, yeah, such and such wouldn't have a problem doing this. They know that you are always going to be up on game, right? You don't think about yourself. All right, it says this person's accomplishments were your accomplishments. Wow. So basically, what was trying to be conveyed here, Leo, no, hold on, is like, you didn't get credit where credit is due. The person got the credit or whatever. I'm also getting, there's someone, either you're a ghostwriter or you do work behind the scenes, and now you've never thought that you would tap into this emotion of like, man, I'm now ready. I don't, you feel visible, and now you're going through this growth of not wanting to be behind the scenes. All right. This person lacks direction and is codependent. This individual could be characterized as soulless or heartless. Leo, you may adapt to confusion in the next 72. See, look at that. Oh, I'm telling you, it feels so, it's just like spiritual flowers, you know, when you get confirmation and it's like, wow, you know, the alignment. It's 434. All right. Give it 100%. Some of you are going to be feeling at 100% again, and it's the energy of, I've been waiting to tap into this peak, that it's a set peak, that I've now learned how to get through burnout. I've learned how to get through being exhausted. Okay. If this reading does not give you clarity, your primary next 72 will be available on YT, okay, YouTube. So I'm no longer going to be releasing the next 72s on the podcast. All right, for those of you listeners who are new to the podcast, welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. All right, I'm spiritually guiding light. Become a monthly supporter. All right. You're not obligated. Understand that. Just you tuning in and allowing me to not only give you clean, healthy appetizer. It's a 5-course meal here. I am a little rough around the edges, and that's what I love about myself, right? Is that I'm sharing my growth, and I'm just honored the fact that you are supporting my my gifts, my passion, and that itself is an investment. But for those of you who are really want to be a part of seeing the growth of me being able to expand the brand, invest into the brand, make sure you become a monthly supporter. You can make a monthly gift payment of 99 cents, no more than $9.99, okay? And if you just want to do a one-time gifting, you can CashApp at YourSGL, $YourSGL, all right? Everything's in the description box, so everything's fine. Oh, I am like multitasking here, but anywho, Leo, I was getting ready to call you Aquarius. I have a feeling like with the Gemini energy, you guys are going to switch roles. Like you're switching roles. If you're an Aquarius and you really don't know anything about Leo, then you need to do some research on Leo. You need to ask people what their signs is so that you do at least know something in the sense of it gives you some kind of navigation of what zodiacs you're operating within and around. Remember, I was talking to you about being in other people's spaces and you're trying to navigate yourself back into your own space. All right. So again, I want you to become a monthly supporter, and you can become a dedicated supporter as small as dedicating 99 cents, no more than $9.99 a month with no obligations. Subscribe on YouTube so that you can be a part of the new channel's growth, and I will always say thank you. All right. IG is under construction, okay, but it is up. So all you would need to do is just follow the IG, okay? And all the information is in the description box. Let's keep moving forward. Now, cross listener. Now is the time for you to make things right, okay? Making things right for yourself. Allow Leo to breathe, and when Leo is ready to communicate, you will know, right? You will definitely know. So let me tell you how you will know. Understand, cross listener. This is my first time reading this channel message, so all of your questions will be answered without you having to answer questions for the very first time, cross listener. I mean for the second time, because the first time you two were aligned, things were good communication. When good communication was good, there was direction. Wow. I'm like, I don't know how to break that down. Leo, this is a moment, I don't know. I was just being told to say that to cross listener. Maybe that is that Aries. Could be. I'm not for sure. An influence that in pertaining to the fiery energy getting out of hand or something like that, out of control, out of your hand. All right. It's being called for you, Leo, to be actively present in the next 72. Leo, fire sign. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that love is you and I. Wow. Leo, the unexpected. All right. Accept the unexpected, and the unexpected. Allow expectations to overrule. All right. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.